Hey, how's it going? Great to see you. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name's Tim and we do lots of geeky film and YouTube stuff here, so you're definitely in the right place. Today I'm going to be having a look at how to save a video that's got a copyright claim against it. There's a number of different reasons you can get a copyright claim. The most common is that there's some commercial music that is copyright in the background somewhere that you didn't notice, or that is in an old video that didn't matter a few years ago but is getting pinged now. And I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can recover your video and recover the copyright on it and remove that copyright claim without having to take the video down and lose all the views and hits and comments and everything like that that you've got on it and all that history, because that's the last thing you really want to do on a video when you just want to get your monetization back. So what I'm going to do is take a look at a channel that I've been working on with somebody. It's an older channel, it's been around a while, it's been collecting Muay Thai fight videos from events that we put on, and we're getting close to being able to monetize this, and we just went and had a bit of a look and we saw that a lot of the older videos and some of the promos and things like that we've had have been copyright claimed over time. I've got about 60 of these to tidy up, so I'm going to show you a few different ways to remove those copyright claims. So here's the channel, it's MTI Wellington TV. This is where we put the capital punishment fights and some of the older fight things we used to do, like the Deadly Debut here and that sort of thing. And we've got a lot of older videos that we're putting up on here to try and boost the watch hours and views and subscriptions and stuff by building a bit of a history of videos. So we're putting on the old ones last instead of earlier, but don't worry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to this filter link here. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to choose copyright claims. YouTube help us find all of these very easily, and YouTube want us to tidy these things up and to be able to remove the copyright material. It's better for them because they don't have copyright stuff where it shouldn't be online, and it's great for the creators because the creators are going to get paid for it. So they're actually creating some fantastic tools to help us do this. Anyway, as you can see now, I've got all the videos that are on the channel here that have copyright claims on them, and there's a few different types of things on here that I want to have a look at, and I can show you how we can get rid of some of the stuff that we really don't want. Okay, I'm going to start with let me have a look here. We've got a promotional video down here. Here it is. It's just a copy of a promotional video, so I can play with this one quite safely. And I'm just going to go into details on that one and have a look at it. It's a minute long, so it's nice and quick. What I want to do here is have a look at the copyright claim area under restrictions, and I can click on see details here, and it will show me a lot more information about why this video is copyrighted. In particular, it shows you down here in the play bar the section of the video that has copyright material on here. I'm not going to play that back because otherwise this video will get pinged for the same audio clip. But it's a piece of music that in this case was royalty free at the time, but since has been made copyright, and the creator is deciding to monetize it and get the views from it. You need to be very careful about what copyright free music you use, because some of it they decide not to make copyright free later, or somebody else uses that music and makes a copyright version of it to claim other people's videos. But I'm not going to get into that in this video. So there are a few different things that we can do here. Obviously we can take the video down and put some more music on it, but then we're going to lose all the hits and things like that we've got. Now in this particular one I don't have any views on here because it was just a draft version, but that's okay, it works fine for this example. What I want to do here is click on select action and have a look at the different actions we can take. So the first one is if it is actually music that is royalty free, and you know that it is, and you've got rights to it or something like that, you can click on dispute, especially if it is public domain music, like if it's out of an effects library or something like out of the GarageBand, Apple Loops sort of thing, and you know it's royalty free music and you can source it. Click on dispute and dispute it. Definitely do that, because one thing we want to do is stop people fraudulently putting copyright claims on royalty free and public domain audio. That works for sound effects as well as music, by the way. The other three actions it's got here are to trim out the segment, so you can actually just tell YouTube to delete the section that's got the copyright audio in it, or you can replace the song, or you can mute the song. Now if you choose to mute the song, it's going to just take the audio off that, but if you're going to replace the song, you can put some other music on there. So what I'm going to do here is tell it to replace the song, and it's going to bring up the audio box, and it's got the section here that we want replaced. Now what this is going to do is just replace the music in that one portion of it. So if that's where you've got a song playing and you just want to replace that with something else, that's fine, you can do that, especially if there's no audio or anything, no dialogue or other sounds here that you want to retain underneath the music. There's something else you can do for that. I'll show you that later on. What I want to do with this video, however, is replace the entire audio because it's a minute long for a promo. So what I'm going to do is just back away from there, and I'm going to go into the editor. So if I click editor here, this brings that up, and I'm going to click here to add a track. It's got this bit here about the copyright claims. I'm just going to hit return to editor on that one, and now I can pick a piece of music off here which is royalty free, something that's going to be okay for the first minute, and you can play these back and sort of see if they're suitable for your video or not. So here's one called Breather, and I think this one sounds alright for my fight video promo. Yeah, it's got a bit of energy in it, so yeah, let's use that one. So I'm just going to go add, and that adds that track under there. Then I can preview that and listen to it and watch it with the video, make sure it sort of works okay. Timing's alright. I just skim along to the end of it here as well. Okay, so that one works fine for me. I'm going to use that one and keep that. So all I need to do here is go save and save again, because that just reminds you. So it tells you it's going to keep the original audio hidden so that you can undo it after you've saved. But it could take a few hours as well for the edit to come through, but I can just hit save on that one. The video is being processed, please check back later. So that's something you can do, is just completely replace the audio track with some royalty free music. You can't upload another audio track. That's just something I think you used to be able to do some years ago. So some people will say, hey, I think you can replace the audio. You used to be able to, but that was a long time ago. Okay, let's have a look at another video now really quickly and see what we can find to show you how to do something slightly different. We're going to have a look at this fight video here. So I'm just going to go into edit, and I'm going to once again click on copyright claim and see details, and it's going to show me on here where I've got copyright problems. So here we go, right at the end here there's a track that's called Tambourine Remix by Eve. So I'm just going to come back to that and play that bit. Okay, there's something in there anyway. Here there's a bit of background audio as well as the music. The music's not very prominent. So what I'm going to do here is use one of the new tools that YouTube give us, which is mute song. Now what this used to do is just completely mute out that part of the video, so your video would go silent, and as you can see here, that's for 1 minute and 3 seconds. You don't want your video to go silent, but here's a new tool called mute song only, and it's in beta, so it's not perfect, but what it does is it digitally subtracts the music from the soundtrack, so you've still got some audio underneath it. And I've used this a number of times and it works really well. So what I'm going to do is click on that. Now continue, and mute song only, mute. So what that's going to do is just remove the song only from the audio track of the video, but it's not going to remove the crowd cheering or the announcer speaking or anything in the background. So that's going to do a really good job for this video. That's another option you've got. Let's have a look at one more video here, and I'm going to once again go copyright claim and see details here, and it'll show me where it's got a bit of a problem here at the end. Now I can see in here that this track runs for a period of time between when the fight's finished and before the announcement. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to choose to trim that segment out entirely. It's actually not needed in the video. There's nothing under there that we need to see, and we can, if I trim that out just by clicking on trim out segment here, it's got a few of those in here, and I think you find that each of those are areas where there's music playing, but that's not actually the fight itself. So what I can do is I can continue on that one. So what I can do first is preview the trimmed video. What that's doing now is it's creating a preview of it for me to watch. This is a low quality render really quickly. And now what we can do is hit play on either side of these edits where it's trimmed the thing out, and just have a look and see what the video looks like. There you go. I don't need to see the preview, so it just skips from the end of one round through to the beginning of the next round, and just cuts out the bit where it's got the copyright music that we don't want. So I'll just hit continue, and once again trim, and it's going to trim all 4 of those gaps between the rounds, which are also just slowing down the video, so we don't really need to see them. They don't add anything to the viewer experience, so we can trim those out. Makes a slightly shorter video, more pace, better retention, all those sorts of good things. Also to note, you can actually just close this window while it's doing the update. That's fine, you can carry on and do other things, because YouTube are now doing the new render and the update of the video on the YouTube servers. It doesn't happen locally, so you can now carry on and keep working on something else as well. So that's what you can do here in YouTube to remove some copyright content from videos. It's not always going to work for you, but it is pretty damn good, and when it is viable, then it does work really well and can prevent you from losing views and watch time and everything that you may have gained from a video. The other thing you can do, of course, is download a video and edit it yourself. Maybe do some audio replacement by replacing music with crowd noises where you don't want to trim out bits of the video itself. That's more complex, and you are going to lose some data. That's going to happen occasionally, and you just have to suck it up. But with some of these types of videos that you may have had around for 5 or 10 years, they could have picked up a couple of 100,000 views, and then suddenly there's a copyright claim against them that you can't dispute. This is a great way of dealing with it, and a rather painless way of dealing with it. I hope this has been useful. If you want to see more videos like this, just click the subscribe button down here, and don't forget to watch this video and this video as well, because YouTube picked those just for you, because they know the type of stuff you want to watch. They really do. They're watching you. It's kind of creepy. I'll see you in another video.